Testing. Testing, testing, testing. 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 All right. We are live. We're going to open up some autopilot action. All right, let's make sure we're actually live. Okay. Test the YouTubes. What's up, everybody? Okay. Looks like I gotta change that live image. How do I do that? Let's try to figure that out right now. What's up, everybody? It's crack-a-lackin'. By the way, just ask any questions you guys have. I'm just setting some settings right now. Oh shit! Whoa. That's what the hell was that? Okay, hold on 1 second. We don't want that. Hold on. How you guys doing? Where's the comments at? Window. Go ahead and ask any comments, guys, while I get this fucking figured out here. How about we? I guess maybe I'm pulling too much power. Let's try something. I'm gonna have to plug this into something else. Okay, well, you suck. I'll figure that out in a minute. What up, guys? So my lighting, I gotta get that light figured out. Figure that out in a minute. What's up, Jeffrey? So, for anybody joining, we're gonna talk about junk removal in just a minute. And autopilot, of course, duh. My new podcast setup. I'm not going to do a podcast. Honestly, interviewing is very hard for me, honestly, interviewing people, so I don't plan on doing a podcast. Although it would be cool to have a podcast because podcasts seem to like pop off. Anyways, guys, welcome to my live. Please feel free to ask any questions about junk removal or autopilot. We're going to dive into it in just a few minutes. Yeah, Jeffrey, I'm going to fix the lighting in a minute, but it's like I got to get another freaking cable. I got to find a longer cable for this light. Pretty frustrating. I'm always looking for cables, I feel like. Yeah, it's like dead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just go charge this really quick. Hold on. Juice that bad boy up over there for a minute. How's everybody doing? Jeffrey, how many jobs did you have today? So I'm gonna be live for a little while today, guys. So we're gonna get into it in a minute. Let me just get everything set up. I wish I could get my music working on this damn thing. I don't know why my music's not working anymore. Like, you fix one thing, another thing fucking breaks. You know, I can't even, like, all these sound effects stopped working. It's really fucking, really annoying. Let me bust out ChatGPT. Bear with me for a second. By the way, guys, ask any questions while I'm fucking trying to fix stuff. Just ask whatever questions you guys, or just chit chat with me, guys. Say something, like while I'm trying to figure this technology crap out with this software. Finally, we got somebody. Brian Moses, I have a question regarding yard signs, branded or unbranded. So, I have my opinion, and it really depends on the rules in your city, like the laws. But I do unbranded, okay? Because with a tracking number that is not Googleable to find you. Because I had problems out here, and you're going to get angry people, you're going to get sheriffs, but everywhere's different. So I do unbranded signs with a tracking number that forwards to my real numbers. So an autopilot, like my CRM, you can get a tracking number. And then I do branded signs in customers' yards to give me permission. I give them a discount. In good neighborhoods, I ask to leave or honestly, it doesn't matter what neighborhood to me. I ask to leave a yard sign for a week or two, depending on the vibes that I'm getting. I give them $10 off, $20 off, 10% off. It just depends how badly you want the yard sign there. I do branded signs in customers' yards. I do unbranded everywhere else. Yeah, Jeffrey, workout channel is coming, bro. I actually just took my TRT shot again, so I'm going to see if it fucks me up. I mixed it with MCT. Dude, I'm getting crazy with this. I'm trying to figure out this TRT stuff. The TRT is amazing, but I switched. The person I'm working with switched me to a different oil carrier from grapeseed to the real shit, I guess, MCT. I guess it's stronger TRT, and I don't know much about it. I just trust the doctor, and got me kind of sick. So we'll see for like a month, not like a month, but every time I took the shot, dude, I just got like sick. And it's normal. I GPT'd it, talked to the doctor. So it just takes time for your body to adjust. But what was I going to do? How do I change the default live photo on YouTube when going live? Hold on. I got to change this default image. It's driving me bananas. MCT, TRT, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, yes. Create, go. At your service. What up? So we have a lot to talk about today, guys. I'm gonna show you autopilot live. We're gonna do autopilot. I'm gonna demo it. We're gonna compare it against Jobber, House Call Pro, Workies. We're gonna talk about the state of the economy in terms of junk removal, and where we're at with all that stuff. And I'm gonna fix my lighting in a minute, so just bear with me. Bear with me for a minute until I get, I'm going to get that light fixed. So just give me a minute. I got to go grab a cable. I'm just trying to think where I have a long cable. Wait, let's try this right here. Hold on. Oh, wait, I have a solution for now. My new setup is so cool. Let's do this. I got this portable power bank. This will deliver the necessary power. Okay. Is that better, Jeff? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Is that better, Jeffrey? David, okay, what's up, guys? We're gonna talk a lot. You're not gonna want to miss this live because we're gonna talk about the state of the economy of junk removal. We're gonna talk about saturation. We're gonna talk about autopilot. We're gonna demo it live. We're gonna compare it against the billion-dollar companies. So we have a lot to get into. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to get everything set up. Go live. Dude, where the hell is the live settings? What's up, Rob? Oh, yeah. What's up, Rob? All right. You know what? I'll figure this out later because I'll be... It's just really... Oh, you know what? Is it on... I wonder if it's on... I'll figure it out later. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm just dicking around with this stuff. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Any questions before we dive into autopilot and stuff like that? Any questions at all? But damn, this is like annoying. My sounds don't work. Like this is... You guys can hear me okay? Is it pretty clear? Is it crystal clear? Testing, testing, testing. We'll stick with 70. Oh, sound effects. Hold on. I wonder if... Hold on. I think I might have figured it out. At least the sounds. Hold on. Did I figure it out? There we go. I got the sound effects. Dumbass Andrew. Okay, so... There we go. Okay, cool. We got my sounds back. Now I just need to get a cool live graphic down there. YouTube live overlay. I got some cool ones down here. All right. What up, Junk Removal Solutions? Brian Moses, Rob, Jeffrey, David, at your service, Trash. Welcome to the one and only Andrew Thompson's Live, where we talk and gossip about everything junk removal. But yeah, so my tipping fee goes up from 105 to 150 on the first, plus Minnesota 60%. Yeah, Jeffrey, you showed me some your landfill rates. So you showed me the crazy landfill prices that you guys have now, or like the overages, but are they also increasing your per ton for 2000? Every year the 2.5 years I was in business, every year it went up. The per ton, it was like $10 per ton every year. It just kept going up, and I'm sure it's still going up. I'm going to put on some tunes while I get everything ready. Go ahead and ask your questions, guys. I'm going to put on the tunes, like just some low-key background music. So let's try level 40 volume. So that's 100. We'll do right here. This is my new setup, by the way, guys, for live streaming. I got a standing desk, and I'm going to film here. So all my new YouTube content is going to be like this because I'm so sick of setting up the camera out there and all the lighting. So, yeah. You guys hear everything okay? You hear the tunes? You hear those tunes? So we're going to jump into autopilot in just a minute. Let me, while I'm getting everything set up to demo autopilot, I'm going to get everything ready to show off autopilot and kind of go through and talk about like the CRM, compare it, and answer any questions that you have. In the meantime, give me like 5-10 minutes to set everything up, wait for some more people to join the live. In the meantime, while I'm getting everything set up, I'll try to read the comments and answer any questions that you guys have. I'm going to keep the tunes kind of just in the background for you guys while I get this all set up. So ask questions if you have any. What was I looking for? All right, I'm almost there, guys. Ask any questions if you have any, please, and don't be shy. Okay. I'm gonna probably demonstrate text message class today. So on how to send out a text message class. So I'm getting a list ready to show you guys how that works. So yeah, if you guys are interested in learning how to text blast from customers, I'm gonna show that and demonstrate that today. Should be fun.
You come down, I won't be around.
Have you guys heard of Nano Banana Pro? Have any of you guys heard of Nano Banana? Let me save it. Let me get the right. Nano Banana Pro. Have you guys heard of that AI model yet? All right, we got the list ready. Let's see, we got the list ready. Okay, so Q. Almost ready. No questions, huh? No questions? Is there even anybody in here? All right, guys, get your questions in. We're going to get started here in a minute. So, Zebra, good question. All right, let's rock and roll. I think I'm ready. Yes, yes, yes. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so Zebra, what is the process? Zebra asks, what is the process like for changing from Google Voice to Autopilot? I see on Google Voice there's a section for it, but I'm not sure how to do it on the Autopilot side. So when you port the number out, Google Voice, should give you a PIN number so that we can port it over to our platform. So once you choose to port your number out, they should give you some information that you would forward to me, and then we would port the number over. So very, very simple process to do. It is just, it's simple in the sense of like all you have to do is just request to port it out, and they're going to give you some information, and you're just going to pass that information along to me. It's usually a 4-digit PIN, and I'll take that 4-digit PIN and your Google. I need your Google Voice phone number, your PIN, or whatever else Google gives you, and then I contact my carrier, my company that I work with, to do all the phone numbers, and they'll bring it into Autopilot, or they'll move the phone number into my system. But don't do that until you actually use our platform with the free number that it comes with, and make sure that you test our platform, make sure that you're happy with it before you commit to transferring everything over. Oh shit, the music, yeah. No more music. I don't think there's any music playing anymore, right? How often do you post on social on what's SS media? I'm having a. I'm probably gonna be like, oh yeah, obviously, but not social media. It's so SS social. Yeah, let me know what you mean by SS. What platforms do you recommend for a tight budget for advertising if we're to spend money on it? It's always gonna be Facebook ads. Always gonna be Facebook ads, Rob. You need a popper for your microphone. Those P's are deadly. Oh, do you mean like the wind stopper? The little what are you talking about? My P's? Gotcha. I'll probably get that done next week. Before you bring your phone number over, though, you want to get A2P approved on our system before anything. And I'll go over A2P approval. All right, so we're going to have some fun. We're going to dive into Autopilot. Dun, dun, dun. And let's talk junk too. Should I rant first? Should we talk about the state of the economy first? Just I've been going on and on about that like the last couple of days just to be funny, but it's also very true. Where's the scenes? There it is. Oh man. Okay. So how long you got? Okay, let's get some engagement in here so I have some people to actually communicate and talk to. So everybody here, is there anybody? Why don't we start by saying how many months or years you've been in? Like comments so I can see like what the crowd's like. How many newbies in here? How many months? How many years? I'm just kidding, Zebra. I'm not going to rant about the Instagram kids. I was just trying to be funny. We're going to talk. We're going to jump into some CRM stuff, and I'll answer questions if you guys have questions. But give me an idea. How long you guys been in business? How long has everybody been in business? Any newbies in here? Usually my crowd's a little more experienced. I don't get the new blood too often because I'm not on Instagram. I'm actually going to start hustling Instagram, like the Instagram kids. I am going to start hustling Instagram here soon. Damn, Jeffrey, 3 years, bro. 3 years. Congrats, man. Let me get 1.2 years. 3. Oh shit, Brian. Okay, we got somebody new. 3 months. Brian Moses, how's it going with the 3 months? 1 year and 4 months full time. Okay, Brian, how's your 3 months been doing you? Okay. 2.5 years for Rob. Congrats, guys. Brian, 3 months in. I hope you're crushing it. I mean, crushing it as well as you can. You're only 3 months in. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. Junk Removal Solutions. I believe that's Tammy. Right? Is that you, Tammy? Or no? Wait. Who's Junk? Remind me, Junk Removal Solutions. Your guys' name. I know you guys are investors. I forget the company names all the time. So many company names and so many names I'm trying to remember. But wow, has it only been 1.2 years for you? Brian Moses, good. Just starting part-time right now after the first year. Get more involved trying to get everything together, website, getting permits to the bigger cities. Awesome, man. Awesome. Tim, okay, yeah, it is Tim. Okay, Tammy and Justin, cool. That's what I thought. Who's the oldest dog in this pony show? 64. Hell yeah, man. Rob, you looking good for 64 too. It's all that junk removal exercise, bro. I think John Aguirre, he just celebrated. I forget what he celebrated, but he's was it 6? I don't remember what he said he was, but yeah, I think he's around that age with you too. David Adams, 3 years, but this is my first year full time. Congrats! All right, guys. How many? And you guys can be honest. Be honest in the chat, please. Write down the C. We're gonna jump in. I'm gonna share my screen in just a minute. We're gonna show Autopilot. And we're gonna compare it against the other apps. You guys can ask questions, but be honest, guys. Write down the platform you're using. If it's Autopilot, Jobber, House Call Pro, or none. If you're, but if you put none, tell me if you're Google Calendar, Apple Notes. What's your primary method of running your show? Google Sheets. Put that in the comments. I just want to kind of get a feel of where we're at. I need some air. Bad boy. Brian Moses, Autopilot. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. Okay, so yesterday we went over jobs. So today, Autopilot. We got 14 people in here. Try to comment what you guys just started rocking with you after the Junk Expo. Have to support the small companies. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Anybody in here using Jobber, House Call Pro, or Workies? I promise I won't get sad or mad. Anybody else on a different CRM? We are still part-time. I'm currently sitting at my electrical. You're currently sitting at your electrical estimating desk? What do you do full-time, Rob? What's your or other part-time job or full-time job? All right. I guess let's dive in. We're gonna start with we haven't done House Call Pro yet. So over the last few days we've done Jobber and sorry, long day for me. Okay, let's do this. All right, wake up, Andrew. Long day of sitting in front of the computer. I woke up at 4 a.m. I've been on the computer all day. Well, my kids had a show today though. Oh shit, DeWalt. Okay. Christmas little dance routine or whatever, singing dance routine. They did a performance. It was really cute. Okay, we're gonna tell me if you guys see my screen. I'm about to share my phone screen. so we can get started with Autopilot and House Call Pro. Let's do this. House Call Pro. Is anybody in here using House Call Pro, Jobber, or Workies? Because only a few people responded that they're using Autopilot, but is there anybody else using? Please, everybody, say what you're using, whether it's Apple Notes, Google Calendar. I want to know where we're at. And be honest. What's up, Peace? All right, let's share my screen. All right. I love this. It's so cool, this new setup that I got. So you guys should be able to see my phone now just fine. Okay. Man, fucking Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. This is the shit, by the way. Autopilot. Okay, wow. Nobody in here. Nobody wants to own up to using Jobber, huh? Or House Call Pro. Okay, fine. Okay, there we go. Cool. Michael Manuel. Jobber. Okay, so like I said, my goal is to convince you guys to switch over to Autopilot. I'm not going to say anything, but dude, this is awesome. There's a lot of you guys on AP in here. I really appreciate the support. So, Michael, how long you been using Jobber? We did go over Jobber the other day, so we're going to go to House Call Pro today, but let's get started. So I actually haven't added a job. 2.5 years at your service, trash. Hell yeah. I have not added a job on House Call Pro in a long time. This was the first CRM I used, House Call Pro, for the first year of my company. The first year I was in business was all House Call Pro. I then switched to Workies for the last 1 year and 4 months before I sold the company. So that is my story. I never used Jobber. I didn't like Jobber, even though we just went through it yesterday. It was okay. Workies had a lot more features that I liked, a lot more there was just so much more you could do with Workies than you could do Jobber. So yeah, Michael, why you on Jobber? Have you heard of Autopilot? So anyways, let's get started. I haven't used House Call Pro in a while. Let's just create a job really quick and see how that works. So a little bit of my inspiration was from House Call Pro when creating Autopilot. A lot of my inspiration is from what I want and Workies and House Call Pro. It's kind of a combination. And I kind of put what I wanted into my own platform. We have a long ways to go, of course. We still have a lot of work to do. But yeah, let's do this. There we go. Let's put the mic over here. Make it a little easier. Okay. Oh, shit. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay. So let's do this. I got your guys' comments in front of me. Let me shrink this. Let's close this for now. All right, guys. I can see your comments. So ask questions as I'm doing this. So right now we're in House Call Pro. We're just going to kind of compare. We're going to start with a compare. I've done Workies and Jobber the other day, but now it's time to see what House Call Pro is all about. Let's create our first job, but I'm going to actually go to the schedule to do it. So this is their schedule. And then they have list view. See everyone's calendars. This is new. I see everyone's calendars. Filter team calendars. See assign. Okay, cool. We're going to stick with day view, and we're just going to create a job. Let's just say we got a phone call right now. I'm going to click on 4 p.m. and you can put a job, an estimate, or an event. I'm going to do a job. Okay. I remember this. Wow. Man, this brings back memories because this is where I started. I use this shit every day for a year. So, yeah, I'm the only employee. That's fine for now. 4 to 5 p.m. Yes. Next. Okay. So I want you guys to pay attention to how you create a job in House Call Pro. And then we're going to go create one on my platform. And then we're going to start doing all the other things too in my platform so you can see how it works. So we're going to add a customer. And we'll create a new customer. This is what I hated the most about House Call Pro. It was constant new screens coming up. Like Junk Removal Solutions, I can ship you one. I actually need to do a new order. Did you not get one at the Junk Expo? Dang. I'm going to order some more gear. So this is what I hated about House Call Pro. Watch how many times a new screen comes up over and over and over, right? We were just on the previous screen. We're now on this screen. Now we're going to add a customer, but that's one screen to add a customer. Have to hit the plus again, and then here you go again. That was like 4 steps. I'm going to repeat what I'm going to do all that all over again. 1, 2, 3. It took 3 steps to just add a customer. Now we're just going to do Bob. And let's do an address. Another pop-up comes up. Okay. And another. So I literally go to Google address. Another pop-up comes up. It's just this. It's just so many damn pop-ups keep coming up. So I'm not going to put in all this other information right now. We don't need to do that. We're just name and address. We're just testing the system. And if you guys have questions about what we're doing, why I'm doing this, if you don't know CRMs at all, or you have questions about autopilot, like and you don't know certain things, just ask me. This is the whole point of I'm going live every day, Monday through Friday. So that is how you create a job. But now we got to charge the customer. So let's add some items really quick. And like, once again, it's just like constant, like watch, pop up, line item, add services, pop up, another screen. Okay. I don't have anything in the price book. So you would want to have your price book preloaded. Obviously I haven't created a price book, but you create new items on the spot pretty often. So another pop up, my God. Like, my God. Full load. $795. Okay. Save. Done. Okay. So now we charge the customer $795. So you can see where my inspiration came from for this screen. It was inspired by House Call Pro, but I reduced a lot of the friction. The user experience is drastically better on autopilot compared to all of them, in my opinion. We're going to go to autopilot in a minute. Private notes, gate code 1000. Use side entrance, whatever, right? Whatever notes you get. That's kind of you see how the info's missing, gate code? You can't, this was a problem I remember my technicians having, is sometimes they'd forget to click into private notes and scroll. Because look at the default, it doesn't show the use side entrance. So, yeah, I remember that being an issue quite frequently. Even it was mostly in, I think, did it happen in Workies too? I don't remember. Let's see. Can you do automated postcards after each job? Not postcards, not yet. We do plan on doing voicemail blasts and postcards. But, the workaround is we're going to do Zapier. We're going to have Zapier integration soon so that you can like link up to a postcard platform or Go High Level, which they can do postcards. But we are going to have postcards and voicemail blasts integrated. AP, I signed up with HTTP and Workies from your past videos, but I'm more hands-on and I've never used it. Nice. Okay, so are you using autopilot right now at all yet? Okay, we're done. I'm going to hit save. So that was just a lot of pop-ups, right? A lot. Okay. Now, I do like their buttons up here, on my way, start time, finish job. I do like all this. I do like everything they got going on up here. And this is House Call Pro. Let's go back to schedule. Boom. There's Bob on the schedule. As you notice, there is no week view. Okay? I don't know if you noticed that. I'm going to click Bob. This is the job details page. Okay? What's under there more? Add a job number, add a job. Okay. So, I'm going to hit on my way. To send a text message, you need to register. But yeah, of course, we're not going to do that. This is a demo account. So that's how you mark it on my way. We're on our way. Boom. I do like the timer that they have up there. And I like to start my time. That's how you can clock your job of how long the job's taking. It's not necessary, but it is nice if you as you start scaling and getting bigger, it's nice to see how your employees are performing. My employees always forgot to hit start timer. It was so frustrating. I just gave up. Like that was the one, like they did so well on everything else, before and after photos and clocking everything in the system. They just always forgot to hit the start time button. It was so frustrating. I had autopilot, but for some reason I don't anymore. Well, Lee, let's get you, let's get that figured out, man. Shoot me a message after this. Okay, that's House Call Pro. Are you guys here with me? You following? Let's go to autopilot. So let's go to our schedule. Okay. Wait, let me. Oh yeah, I deleted everything. Okay, that's right. I cleared out everything. Okay. So what's really cool about autopilot, guys, is we have the day view, just like House Call Pro, right? We have the day view. But I like week view. You can see your schedule. There's no jobs on the calendar right now, so it's very empty. But let's add a job. So I'm gonna tap on 4 o'clock. We're gonna add a job. Okay, we're gonna create a new client. We're gonna name him Ricky. Okay, we got Ricky here, and we are going to add an address. 1, 2, 3. See how there's been? Have you guys seen how there's been no pop-ups? And you see how we have big headers? Schedule, client, address, private notes, gate code, 888, lead source, Google Ads. Okay. I'm going to turn, well, there's no phone number, so it doesn't matter if we send the scheduled SMS, they're not going to get it because there's no phone number. Oh, we got to add, okay, yeah, I forgot. My system wants you to have a phone or an email. We don't like it when you add clients with no phone or email. So we're just going to put a fake email, Ricky, because I want people to have a good system with actual contact information. Boom, create job. So did you see, okay, and I'm not being biased. Can you guys agree with me here that I'm not being biased? That was a much easier process to create a job. And then when you go back to the schedule, you can see your week. You can see all your jobs for the week. Like when you go here, you can only see your jobs for the day. They have a list and they have day. Okay? So it was pretty frustrating to me that none of the platforms have. How many people do we have here? 13? Yeah, that none of the platforms have week view, right? So that's just something that I wanted, so I put it in my platform. Now, can we all, for everybody who's here, can I get some engagement if you guys can? Did you guys see the process of creating a job in House Call Pro versus creating a job in Autopilot? Did you see the difference? Did you feel, that's what we call user experience. Did you guys feel the user experience difference? Did you guys feel that? Did you see that? So now here we are, and go ahead and please respond in the comments, guys. It really does help if you guys respond and engage. All right, so another thing is the status, right? So House Call Pro, I do like how they have the On My Way button up there. I opted to not do that, but I might change that. But to change our status, you just click this drop down. It's just right there, and you could change it to On My Way. It'll send out a text message if there's a phone number. I'm gonna hit ignore. There's no phone number. Even if I hit send SMS, it's not gonna do anything. There's no phone number. So it then texts the customer that you're on your way. Okay, and then we have in progress, which is similar to start my time. However, I might put another row here of buttons for on my way, start time, stop time. I might do that. But it's not that many people who are first starting really cares about tracking how long they're on the job. You know, that's more of a when you have lots of employees type thing. Type shit. Type shit. Cool. Thank you, Apex. I appreciate that. Since I've never used a CRM before and I've been just using Google Calendar, using Autopilot has been a bit challenging for me to get used to moving in and out of each area Well, I hope this is helping, Rob. I don't know if you're able to see what I'm doing, but I hope this is showing you um, showing you some stuff that can help you. Now, so now we have a job. Oh, and you can see that it's color coordinated. Purple is open, blue is on my way, yellow is in progress, red is canceled, and completed is grayed out. I know you want to think it would be green, but you don't want to see green on your calendar. You want to see the jobs graying as you're going down your schedule. You want them to be grayed out so they're completed. So I'm going to add another quick job. Let's just pretend we're doing Ricky again. So this is how you select an existing client. Boom, done. Create job, done. So now you can see, sorry, I'm going fast, but now you can see we have 2 jobs on the schedule. On my way sends a customer a text that you're on the way. Correctly, that is correct. So now you can see we have 2 jobs on the schedule. If I go to day view, the view's up here. It's just like House Call Pro, Workies, Jobber. They all have day view. Okay, which day view to me it's great if you have a bunch of jobs for the day. We have list view as well. I mean, I prefer. Nice. I'm going to jump into the desktop too, Rob. But if you're out on the field, the mobile app helps a lot. It makes it very easy to do things while you're out there. So why don't we jump into this job we just completed? I'm going to show you why. For those of you, how many people out there, how many people watching right now does not have a CRM? Can you guys just say me? Or just say no CRM. I don't have a CRM. Is there anybody out there that doesn't have a CRM? I'm going to start by showing you kind of why this is important, even if you don't have many jobs in the beginning. Does anybody not have technically an FSM, by the way? This is technically an FSM with the sprinkle of CRM. I'm going to go to the gym after this. Try to get my body moving. It's time to get ripped. Filming content for my workout channel, my fitness journey channel. Oh, no, I'm missing this light back here. That's what's... Forgot about that light. Now the vibes are vibing. Damn right you do, brother. Thank you, Jeffrey. So, I haven't heard anybody respond yet to having no CRM, so I'm just going to move on. So, damn, my ass is sore. Okay, so we're going to go into this job. Now, why it's so important, guys, to track your customers and your jobs is because we all know why tracking your customers is important, because having a customer database makes your company more valuable because you can sell it in the future. Let's say you decide 10 years from now, or if you're Ricardo, 19 years from now, imagine you have a database. Imagine you try to sell a company and the buyer wants to give you $1 million for your company because you've been in business for 19 years and your phone rings off the hook. And then the business owner asks for, okay, show me your P&L statements, show me your bank statements, show me your tax returns, and how big is your customer database? And he says, oh, I haven't been logging any of my customers. I don't have them saved anywhere for the last 19 years. That, even though the phone rings, he's going to be like, so you could have a phone number list, an address list, a name list, an email list of 50,000 customers over the last 19 years. I could have a database that I could have potentially emailed, could have potentially sent postcards, could have potentially text blasted, but I can't do that because you haven't stored any of your data for 19 years. You're immediately going to go from a $1 million business to a $500,000 business. That's one reason, just keeping track of your customers because you want to have your customer data. Second is job data. Now, I'm going to show you why job data is important. We're going to do it right now on the spot. So let's say so I'll walk you through this. Items. So what you can do is you can click add items up here at the top, the little button, or you can go down here and hit items and the plus button right there. We'll use the plus button, the add items button up here. Okay. So we can either create a custom item right here, just start typing in an item and a price, or we can do full my price book. I have items already, my pre-made price book. Full load. Okay. And you could preload descriptions. I didn't put descriptions, but this would be like full junk removal load 15 cubic yards, right? Whatever you want to put. So now this item has been added to the job. It's like a shopping cart, okay? This is what we're charging the customer, right? Now it's time to collect payment. We can hit the plus in the payment, or we can hit pay. Now, some people get confused by this. I'm going to explain what's going on here. We have sales in junk removal, right? We have just made a sale. I'm going to go to the analytics screen really quick, okay? So what happened is we have made a sale, okay? Ignore the average job size. I'll break all this down in a minute. So we have sales, which means we charge them today, but we haven't got the money in the bank yet. Okay, so some people pay net 30. Some companies won't pay you till net 45, net 90. Some people pay you in a week. We can't really truly log that we got paid today, but we did make a sale. We did the work. So that's kind of like why items and payments are separated. Items is the shopping cart. Payments is when the money hits your bank. 99% of the time, we are getting paid same day. That's the cool thing about junk removals. They pay you on the spot. But once you start getting commercial accounts, sometimes it turns into net 30 up to net 90, right? And then you get delayed payments. So let's go mark this job paid because this was a payment paid today. I'm going to go back to week view because I like week view. So we're going to go back into this job and we are going to mark it paid. I'm going to just hit the pay button. And what's really cool about our system is it's a checkout process, right? So I'm just going to hit checkout. And the reason why you can change the amount to pay is sometimes some people will do like a 500 cash and the rest on credit card or something like that. But we're just going to do full payment. So we're collecting the entire payment. Stripe means you can process credit card through our platform and you get deposited to your bank the next day. But to keep this simple, we're just going to take the customer paid in cash, right? It's going to ask him to tip. Obviously, if he's paying, you give them the phone at this point, he can choose to tip or not. If it's cash, it's a little bit different. But with credit card, it's great. It'll have the tip screen and they can pay with credit card. We're just going to do no tip. Keep it simple for now. Actually, you know what? We will do a tip. I'll show you why. And then we're going to hit pay. You can send them a receipt if you want, but we're going to hit no receipt. Now, the job has been paid. So if we scroll down, we'll see now we have the items we charged, $795 for a full load. And we have collected a cash payment with $795 for the items and a tip of $159. So what's really cool about our platform is you can go run reports at the end of the month or end of the year type shit at the end of the year to see how much you made in tips or your employees made in tips if you want to track tips. It's just I liked tracking tips. And also I had to, when guys got paid in credit card tips, I had to split the tips for them. And I like to see when I was on the truck, I like to see how many tips I made when I was back on the truck back in the day. So that's why we have the tip option. So you can log tips. It's optional. You don't have to log tips. Obviously on a credit card, you are absolutely going to take tips. But I mean, when you choose cash or check, you don't need to log the tip that they give you. Type shit. So that is now a paid in full job. So we're going to go back to the hamburger menu here, the side menu. We're going to go back to analytics. Okay? So we now have made, and what's really cool about our system is it shows you where you're making your money, what type of jobs, what type of leads. Long as you put the jobs in the system and mark them properly, you can break this shit down type shit. I'm just kidding. That's what the kids are saying nowadays, type shit. 6, 7. So let's talk about average job size. That is because it is calculate. Let's go finish the second job. Let's go to the schedule. So we have another open job. And let's throw in another. Let's just say we got lucky. Let's do a half load. This job was a half load. Okay? Let's collect payment. I'm doing it down here this time, as you notice, instead of hitting these buttons up here. It doesn't matter which one you do. This is just convenience at the top. But now that I'm up here, I'm going to hit pay. Checkout, select payment method. They paid, let's say I have a Clover machine, offline credit card. I use my Clover machine. You don't have to process through us. Let's just say no tip on that one. No receipt. Okay. Done. I'm going to mark this job completed. I'm not going to send the text message. I'm going to go back to the analytics. And now you'll see 2 jobs completed, $12.90, and it breaks down your average job size. It tells you how many repeat customers we've had today, how many new clients. So you see your stats for the day, or you can see your stats for yesterday, this week, this month, last month, this year, last year. So the reason why this is so important, your job data. So now we're getting to, we talked about storing your customers. It's obvious why you want to store your customers. You want to have a customer database in case you ever sell your company and it makes your company worth more money, or you want to remarket to your customers to bring in more business during slow seasons, or just also being a good person and reaching out to them and saying happy holidays. Eventually I want to actually, you can, never mind. I don't want to go off too much in tangent. Let's just keep going. So that is customer data. Job data is important because now what gets measured gets managed. What doesn't get measured doesn't get managed. Whatever the saying is. If you are looking at your data every day, you're going to try to improve yourself. And also, having data is another point of selling your company, that you can show your past data, how well you've done over the years, how much you've grown. But if you see your data yourself and you see month by month, and there's better data on the computer, booking rate, close rate, cancellation rate. There's more data on the computer. You can run more reports, and we're going to have all that data here eventually. But if you want to go to the website, there's way more data. And if you see your booking rate, your close rate, your cancellation rate, your average job size, how many repeat customers, it's going to motivate you. It's going to motivate you to do better. Each month, month by month, you can compare it to your last month. You can compare it to the last year. Having job data shows you how many repeat customers are you getting. What's your repeat customer rate? We have a repeat customer report that breaks down your repeat customers and tells you how many repeat customers you're getting and the most top spenders of your repeat customers. So having this data lets you see the performance of your company and the performance of you. We also have tech reports too, so you can see the performance of your techs, your technicians. So if you add employees to the jobs, like if you add 2 employees, if you have 2 guys on a truck and you add them to that job every day of the week, you'll be able to see their performance. And let's say you're running another crew, or maybe you're on the truck, you'll see your performance compared against their performance. So and we also have the ability for your employees and you to clock in, clock out, so that you can see. You'll be able to see your revenue per hour. So if you're actually clocking in and clocking out, you'll be able to compare the numbers of their sales versus their clocked in hours, and you'll be able to see RPH, revenue per hour. You'll be able to see your top performers, all kinds of cool data, guys. So that's creating jobs. It's the schedule. That's the analytics screen, so you can kind of see your data. And so that's that. Let's move on. Let's actually take a break for. You can't see my screen? Are you sure? Do you guys? Oh, okay, you scared me, dude. You scared me. We're gonna take a break we'll go to the next thing in just a minute. But let's just take a break and chat for a second, guys. I'm gonna go grab a water, get some questions ready. My ass is sore, so I'm just gonna stand up for a second.
I go to loud places to search for someone to be quiet with, who will take me home. You go to loud places to find someone who will take you higher than to higher places you can't reach without me. Reach without
Yes, Wally, this song goes extra hard. This is my jam. All right, guys. Oh. Okay, so before we dive back into, we be able to see MPH. Jeffrey, you're stupid. Oh, Lee, awesome. I'm glad I sold you. Clock in, clock out just sold me. So, yeah, like I said, if you have your technicians clock in and clock out, and if you clock in and clock out, you'll see your revenue per hour in your tech report. So, like, if truck one is doing a whole bunch, like if you're on truck one and you do $1,000 a day and then you clock in, 8 hours a day and whatever, at the end of the month, you'll be able to see your sales compared to your hourly rate and see your revenue per hour. You'll be able to see your techs. So some really cool stuff, some really cool metrics. And it's just we're just adding more and more all the time. And also it's great for just, having them clock in, clock out. So you know how many hours they've worked so you can pay them. So Matthew Gross, if you're on the truck and you want to see your performance, yes, clock in, clock out. If you're properly, so this is why having a wife is so amazing. Thank you, my love. Are we out of ice? Are we out of ice? You okay? Did you say, "Oh Lord"? What? Oh. Come on, Silver. Ugh. Wally rather hear the song than Andrew talk. So Matthew, the music is a vibe. Yeah, man, it's such a vibe. It's like my vibe song. Oh, that's cool. You can see the palm trees. Look at that. The sun rays coming through the palm trees. That's cool. Hold on. Yeah. Is that a little better? Okay. All right. So Matthew, yeah, if you're using the job, you know what? Let me bring up the scene real quick. Hold on. I'm going to bring up my screen again one more time. Okay. So if you guys are using the system properly, let's go to the schedule. Sorry, guys. If you're logging, here's the beautiful thing, Matthew. If you guys are logging every job and you're doing this properly, and by properly, I mean adding the items with the correct pay, like with the amount you're charging, and logging payments, and adding every job so that we can get your average job size. And if you're correctly marking the lead source, sometimes so you need to talk. That's what tracking numbers are for. So if you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, and you have a Google Maps, I had separate numbers for all of those, for everything. I had a separate number for my business card, separate number for my yard signs. So let's say this is a yard sign job, okay? And let's say this one was from, ideally you'd have like your truck wrap on here too, a truck wrap phone number. You'd want to have a call tracking number for your truck wrap, right? So you can see how many phone calls are coming from your truck wrap. So you would you can create as many lead sources as you want. You can create as many job types as you want. I mean, you could put pressure washing in here if you wanted to have junk removal and pressure. You can do it however you want. But let's say this was a garage clean out, and this was, let's do door hangers. Okay, so we have yard signs and door hangers. So I'm going to go back to and by the way, Matthew, I'm getting to a point here, a very long point of answering why an owner would want to use this. So now we can see we have two. Hold on. There must be. Okay, so let me refresh. I think there might be an issue right there. Oh, that's job type. What am I talking about? Okay, sorry. Let me go back to job type. Okay, let's do yard waste removal. Analytics. Okay, so we have, I don't know why it's saying 2 garage cleanouts. I might have a job in there somewhere. But point is, okay. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So you'll see a breakdown, all right, of your jobs by type. You'll see your average job size, and you'll see, look, we have door hangers and yard signs. So why this is important, Matthew, is if you're tracking all of these numbers and all of this data, if you're on the truck, so if this would only be important if you're on the truck, Matthew. If you're off the truck, no. Because then at the end of the month, you could break down and see your performance, your sales, and where most of your job sales are coming from. So you, in your performance report, you could see that you're closing most of the yard signs. You're closing most of appliance removal. You would see where you're performing and what you're closing and where your job sales are based on how many hours you're working over the course of the month. And you'd also see what your techs are performing and doing. So there's just a lot of cool shit that you can see if you're clocking in on the dashboard and logging your hours and having all of your employees log their hours as well. But you need to make sure, like, if it's you on the job or it's you and an employee. So you have to be accurate with the employees on the job, right? So it's me and V on this job, for example. So we'll get the benefit of the hours on this job, right? So, and then let me go. So you'll see that we have AT, Andrew Thompson, and V on this job. So you'll actually see what techs are on the job. So long story short, Matthew, you should use it if you're on the truck as well. Now let's talk about what you just said, Lee. SEO guys don't like call tracking numbers. Now, there's a lot to unpack there, right? Let's talk about it for a second. SEO people call it NAP, right? So NAP is name, address, phone number, and that is having a consistent address, business name, and phone number, name, address, phone number across all citations, okay? Citations are generally places like Yelp, where it's a directory listing of a business with a address, a NAP, name, address, phone number. So you could think like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Google Maps. These are all like directory listings, citations. Citations are a listing with your name, address, and phone number. A backlink is just a link to your website. So citations are generally meant to all match. You don't want to confuse Google. So if you're on like if you're on 350 different citations and you have 350 citations across the internet, like there's a bunch of them, all kinds of random citation direct. Like maybe I'll do a video on that someday. All the citations out there, but because I have a list of like 350, I have a guy that crushes it with citations. I use him for all my citations, but the whole idea is they want your phone number to match. So if you have a different tracking number on Google Maps, and then I had 3 Google Maps locations. So I had 3 different phone numbers, right? And I had a different phone number on my website. I had a different phone number. So different phone number on my website, different phone number on my Google Maps, different phone number on Google Local Service Ads, different. So all three of my Google pins, I had three pins on the map, all had different phone numbers. All my other 300 citations had one phone number. It was just my Google Maps pins. They had different phone numbers. Here's my theory. I was number one, ranked page one for Los Angeles. We're talking 4 million people in Los Angeles, 9 to 10 million in Los Angeles County. I was ranked one for but I've never seen anybody ranked for junk removal in the most popular city name ever. Never seen it, except me. The only one. And I hate to toot my own horn, but I ranked page one for junk removal Los Angeles. I was not number one, but the highest I ever got at one point was like number 5. But we're talking about I was a 1 year to 2 year old business competing against 30-year-old companies on page one. Had I still been, if I was running my business at this, oh my God, dude. So what I'm saying, Lee, is if you have 350 citations, I can get you 350 citations, good citations, quality citations, and all indexed. Well, with a 75% indexing rate using Speedy Index. Having one different tracking number on your Google Maps is not going to destroy your SEO. I'm living proof of it. And I would argue, like, unless you guys are like ranked number 1, 2, or 3, like if you're in the top 3 of junk removal, Minneapolis, junk removal, Seattle, like the big search term. You know, I'm not talking about long tail keywords where you're like ranked page 1 for something nobody ever searches. Big deal. Having a tracking number on your Google Maps, like a different phone number compared to the phone number on your website or all your others, because all the other 349 citations will be the same phone number and address and name. Your Google Maps will be the same address and name, just a slightly different phone number. So you're not going to get penalized for that. I don't think so. I didn't get penalized. And I was ranked number 5 for junk removal Los Angeles. Jedi Junk Removal was ranked number 5. I might have even hit number 4 at one point. And we're talking about if you go do an audit on all the other companies, they had been around for their domain age was 20 to 30 years old. Every single one of them. And you had me, Jedi Junk Removal, 1 year old, getting to page 1 for junk removal Los Angeles and Los Angeles junk removal. And I have shown proof of that countless times on my channel when I ran Jedi Junk Removal. So I know that was a long-winded answer. I prefer to have the tracking and know how many phone calls are coming from Google Maps because I don't think you're going to be penalized. And I feel like you can still do many other things to rank yourself on Google than that one nap that's different. The one phone number that's different out of 350 citations, which you should have. You should have 350 citations. I'm ranked number 1 for bunion removal near me. Nice. Bunion removal. B-union. Bunion. Bunion. All right, let's jump back in. Okay, I'm going to jump back into autopilot. Any other questions before we dive in? Lee, are you here? Are you with me? I haven't busted out my Ray-Bans in a minute. Let me make sure you guys get the Ray-Bans. Gen 2 just came out too. Generation 2. Like a month ago, I think. A month or maybe 2 months ago. Cool. So, pro tip. Check it out, guys. See how it's recording? But check it out. Can't tell. This is my latest and greatest hack that I'm going to be testing now that your boy's back on the truck. So your boy is back on the truck. It's getting current. It's actually right now. I just dropped it off this morning. It's getting a full wrap. A full wrap. So your boy Andrew is getting back into junk removal. Some exciting stuff. And it's not, I'm not getting into junk removal like that. I am doing junk removal, but it's not like I'm going to start some giant junk removal company and try to take over the world like I did with Jedi Junk. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that because it's getting a full wrap. I'm wrapping that beach, that truck, like it's gonna be sick. I can't wait to show you guys the wrap. It's an autopilot wrap, and it's gonna say #1 field service management software with the website QR code, and it's gonna stand out like a freaking billboard. And I'm gonna use it to do content. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, just make sure if you guys get the new Ray-Bans, make sure they're Generation 2 because higher quality, closer to 4. It's not quite 4K, but it's like 2.5K or 3K, and double the battery life. Double the battery life. Okay, no questions. We're going to dive back into autopilot, guys. So if you have any questions at any point in time about autopilot, junk removal, let me know. Let's get back into autopilot. So let's talk about the map is pretty cool. I love the map. We're the only one with the map that shows your route. So let's fix that. Okay, so, it's the same. Oh, I do need to fix that. It's the same address. That's why it's, but no, it would show your route for the day. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to fix, I need to write that bug down. So if you have multiple addresses at this, multiple jobs at the same address, it's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But if you had your route, we're the only software that shows your route so you can see your actual route. Yes, it is crazy. Jobber's the closest, and they show the pins on the map, but they don't show the routes. And we have a lot of, dude, I'm pretty excited. We have a lot of plans for the map. We're going to actually have it so you'll see your employees. You know, if they'll allow location tracking while using the app, and you'll be able to see their pins on the map, where they're at. You'll be able to see where they're at. So pretty excited about that. Also, if you provide your, like, if you provide your techs a phone in the car for them to use, they don't have to use the personal phone. But yeah, you must have bought a franchise from Russ. Wait, why'd you say that? What did I say that made you say that? I don't remember what I said. So, the phone system is really cool, guys. The maps have never worked for me. I have to copy the address and put it in the Apple Maps. Oh, so can you explain what you mean, Matthew? So this is only meant to see. You know what? Let me go change this address so it's an actual different address. Let's go give Ricky a new address. So Ricky's got multiple properties. Let's add a new property. We're gonna do 456 Marina Del Rey. Sure. Boom. So we're going to change the address for Ricky to this. Done. So now we're going to go back to the map. Let's, there we go. So right here is, so you can see your route for the day. It's not meant to be a navigation tool like Matthew. It's not, that would be cool at some point in time, but Google Maps is way better, Apple Maps and Google Maps. But you can see your pins where you're going. So if you have, dude, do you know how many times I had like 7 jobs, 10 jobs? The most I've ever had was like 12 jobs to 15 jobs in one day. 2 locations. And seeing your route, you can only do it on the desktop. It was so frustrating. Right? So being able to see your route is so cool, especially when you start getting more jobs, right? And you can see everything about this job. You can call them. this screen needs to be finished. This is not a design screen, so please ignore the ugliness of this screen. But this screen, I'm gonna finish this screen. Oh, does the navigate work? Okay, cool. So navigate goes to Apple Maps. But the point is you can see a route. If you want to, if AP will be showing pins for truck locations, how much effort would it be for telematic? Hey, what's up, James? Could you explain telematic? I don't know what that is. So what you would do is you'd go to that job, right? So I'm going to hit go to job. And if you want to navigate, Matt, you want to use Google Maps. So you're going to hit navigate right here, and you're going to choose Google Maps, right? And then boom, that's how you would navigate. Matthew, you wouldn't actually, we're not a navigation app. So I just want to be clear that we do not have that yet. One day, possibly. I mean, it's not an unheard of thing to like, it'd actually be kind of cool. Like it would never be anywhere near Google Maps, like quality navigation, but Uber, like if you've ever seen the Uber app, Uber has built, you can choose Google Maps or you can use Uber's navigation built in just to be simple and quick, right? But this is more to kind of just see your route. Hey, James, can you explain telematics and what you mean and mileage log? Yeah, we're eventually going to add options for like checklists and truck details, like attaching trucks to your crews. Right now, the best way to do that, like for running reports, is if this is truck 1, put a tag, and then you could run a report later for everything truck 1. So this is tag truck 1. And then if this was truck 2, you would do a tag truck 2. And then you could run a report and see how much revenue or how many jobs or how the techs are performing on just truck 2. So you can actually just filter by tags. Every time I've tried to use either Google or Apple Maps or AP, it takes me to a different address. Ooh. Are you on Android or you just mentioned Apple Maps, so you're clearly on Apple. Let's just double check it really quick. So look, 12305 5th Helena Drive. So if I hit navigate, Google Maps, 12305 5th Helena Drive. Matthew, what I want you to do is go to the App Store, make sure you're on the newest version. And then if you have an issue and it's not working, go here to support and hit get support and start a chat with me and explain the issue through there. After you check if you're updated, try it again. And because submitting a support ticket helps me, because then I can pull up your account and my entire team, including me and my business partner, we can all see it. So please do that. Always use the support system, guys, if you have questions. I prefer you guys use the support system rather than personally messaging me, because my entire team sees it, not just me. No geofencing capabilities. Yeah, I agree. I don't like Apple Maps. I like Google Maps, but I like iPhones better than Android phones. Does Clock.in have any geofencing capabilities? Not yet. Eventually, we're getting there. We have a lot of things. Like, we are going to get, dude, I have so many plans. We need to get to a certain MRR, monthly recurring revenue, so we can hire some really good engineers. We're getting close, so I need your guys' help. I need you to refer people to the software. I need to get to, it's going to sound like a crazy number, but it's not in the tech world. I need to get to 100 grand a month. I feel like by June, I'm hoping the worst case, the end of this year, we'll get to 100K a month, but I'd like to get to 100K a month by June. So help me out, because then engineers are expensive, like quality engineers. This AI garbage, yeah, it can help you spin up some basic code websites and make little platforms, AI code, but you still need good engineers to build Android apps, iOS apps, websites that all work and sync together. Like this is not AI garbage. This is custom shit. Let's talk about the phone system. Something I'm pretty proud of. So real quick, let me go get another phone. Be right back. All right, so What's really cool is you can dial out from our phone system so that it comes from your autopilot phone numbers so that your technicians don't have to call from their personal number. And you can also receive phone calls through our platform. So you can have as many phone numbers as you want. I was clearly doing some testing there, so don't judge me. I was just being funny. So you can name the phone numbers anything you want. As you can see, I have a marketing phone number. These are all phone numbers that I have with autopilot. Yes, there's a phone number called Your Fat Booty G. Oh man, see, this is what happens when I play around. It always catches up to me. So close the door, okay? So, anyways, I have a phone number. I'm gonna call the Google Maps LA phone number. Okay, I'm gonna dial out from the Google Maps LA phone number. Okay, and I'm going to call this phone number, which actually I forget. I think it's this one right here. So I'm going to call this number. So I'm going to call this number right now and see what happens. It's ringing. It's just you can't hear it. It is ringing. See, I have the. It must be on silence, but here, I'll answer it. Hello? Testing. So here, I'm gonna put the iPhone on speaker. Yo. What up? Okay, so we have an actual phone system, and what's really cool, I'm gonna keep the phone active so that I can show you this. What's really cool is you can use our app while using our phone system. We're the first to be able to do this. Check it out. I'm gonna hit that little symbol, and now there is a floating call box. So you can put the job, you're on the phone with your customer, and you want to put the job into the system while talking to your customer. We're the first platform to allow you to do this. And then if you want to go back to the customer, boom, right there. Okay. If you want to text with the customer, you can text. They're like, obviously the phone system is very complicated. There might be a little bit of bugs here and there, but you can pretty much do anything. Like it's crazy what you can do with our phone system compared to anybody else. So now there's something else I want to show you. I ended the call so you can hear it. It's ended. So the phone call is over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings. Telematics, essentially feed vehicle data such as speed. Oh, with an OBD2 port. Yeah, we plan on partnering with Force by Mojio at some point, like House Call Pro does. But we haven't, we're not there yet. But we will get there eventually, man. There's a lot I want to do. So much. Yeah, I used Force by Mojio with House Call Pro. It was so awesome. And actually, I use Force by Mojio with Workies. It doesn't integrate with Workies, but I just kept Force by Mojio, and I had that tab open at all times. So here's my phone settings, right? I'm going to go to phone number. Oh, here, phone settings. You can record custom voicemails. So here's mine.
Why not? Do or do not. There is no try.
Oh, shit. It played through the phone. I didn't realize it would do that. Hold on, let's try that again. Here, let me fix that.
Why not? Do or do not. There is no try.
So you can record whatever voicemail you want, okay? And then for each phone number, let's go to this phone number right here. You can customize. Yeah, you can register any number with any area code. So you can add which employees you want the phone to ring. So you can have certain technicians receive the phone calls and other people not receive the phone calls. This is why it's good to give your technicians their own, like when you get serious, you don't want them to use their own phone, which is fine. You can do, that's what I did. But then you get a phone for inside the truck, right? So that it's just better that way to keep it separated. What's really cool is that if you miss a phone call, it'll automatically send this text. So sorry. Sorry. Hey, this is Andrew with Jedi Junk Removal. Sorry, I missed your call. Call you back in a few minutes, or whatever you want to say, or like, hey, what was it that you need removed? So if you miss a call, it auto texts like, here's your custom voicemail greeting, Yoda. And then even better, if you don't pick up the phone after 5 seconds, it sends them that auto text, but also it'll forward the phone call to somebody else just in case, so that your wife can pick it up. Your Anybody else can pick up the phone call if you miss it. So we have some really powerful phone call. So it's only because I never did tablets in the car. I did phones. A lot of people like tablets, but we don't have a tablet version yet. It doesn't. You can still install our app on the tablet. It just doesn't have a tablet view. So that is the phone system, guys. And I wish I could show you more of the phone stuff, but I don't have enough. This is a landline, so I can't really demonstrate this missed auto text, but it's really cool if you missed the phone call, a text message. If you were to call this number right now and I missed the call, you would get this text right here. So, and that's, if you want to try it out, you can call this. So also you can see that each number has their own settings, right? So you can have them all do the same thing, or each number can be unique with a different voicemail, with a different call forwarding, with a different reply text. Now, there's no reason to do that, but I'm just saying you can. Pretty cool stuff. Let me go through some of the comments. Matthew, I think I answered that one. Yes, you can just add any phone number you want. You can bring over a phone number. You want to get off your personal number as soon as you can. I did that. I got pretty irritated within the first 3 months of business. I think I got off my personal number within the first two months maybe, and I got I went and got a whole new phone line, a whole new phone plan, until I eventually ported that number over to Workies. Or actually, I ported it to CallRail and it forwarded. But yeah. What about truck maintenance, status, mileage, the app tracks? We don't have that yet, but we do want to add expenses. We're adding expenses. We're going to have that soon. But also truck maintenance and stuff. We're trying to figure out when we're going to do that, but we do want to do that. Let me go back to default. So, all right, guys, that was fun. Damn. You guys having fun? Because I'm having a blast. There we go. All right, I think that's enough of autopilot for now. Are you going to have autopilot training videos on autopilot? Yeah, the training videos are on autopilot right now already. You actually get an email when you sign up with all of the training videos. And I'm re-recording them this weekend. I'm recording a lot of new training videos because the training videos are like 1 year old. So there's been a lot of updates. So I am going to re-record the training videos. Oh, man. My ass is like incredibly sore. So I'm going to take a break from autopilot in the app now. I did want to do a text blast. Do you guys want to see me do a text blast? Or should I save that for tomorrow? Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'm in a standing desk now. So let me, here, let's try this out. Let's make sure. I'm in a standing desk, and I feel like standing right now. Let's make sure. Nice. Oh, that feels good. Let's get some fresh air up in here. Okay. How long does it take to get the invoice from AP once your monthly subscription is paid? How long does it take to get the invoice from AP? Ooh, are you talking about like Autopilot's invoice to you? Is that what you're talking about? You should get it immediately every time you make a payment, but if you're not, let me know. Submit a support ticket so I need to fix that just in general. Obviously, when you sign up through Autopilot, we use Stripe as well. That's how we collect payments from you guys. So Stripe should automatically send you an invoice when you sign up and every monthly payment that you make. But if you're not getting an invoice from Autopilot from Stripe, let me know. Submit a support ticket through Autopilot so we can look into that, because everybody should be getting their monthly invoices from payment receipts or invoices from Stripe, Autopilot via Stripe. So yeah, definitely. You've had to email them Can you set me a support ticket so my entire team can see that and my business partner, so that we can look into that, Matthew? Because that should definitely, Stripe should be sending that out automatically. I'm surprised that's not happening. Oh man. Ooh. I'm loving my new setup though. This is perfect. This is make it easier to film content, go live. This is my new setup. I hope you guys like it. I try to set up the vibes, I got the lights, the plants, and the my good camera is set up. I got some lighting. I got a mic. If you've done that, I don't recall this. So then I tried to set up Stripe and it locked. Well, Stripe doesn't have the authority to lock your bank account. Do you mean your Stripe account was locked? Because now you've got me super confused. Hi, Andrew. Do we need the company website for phone text systems approval inside Autopilot? It makes the approval process easier if you have a website, because it is a government regulation to getting approved for text messaging. It doesn't matter what platform. So they do like to see a website. It's not, if you have something of some social media presence, like an Instagram, something that really helps. You can try to get approved without a website. It just might come back rejected and we'll have to try again. So you can try, like, let's say you just know you're not going to have a website anytime soon, then just apply and put you don't have a website, but maybe set up at least a social media page with a company logo and a picture of you in front of your truck, so you at least have something. Matthew, please shoot me a detailed message, or we can jump on a phone call. So hit me up through support on Autopilot, because it sounds like this is getting a little bit deeper down the rabbit hole than you said. I've had to email them every time, and you've done it, and your bank account's locked. I know Stripe can't lock your bank account, but maybe you mean Stripe. Your Stripe account's locked. Sounds like you got a lot of weird stuff going on that I've never heard of. So please shoot me a support chat so we can jump on the phone and I can figure this out, because that does not sound right. I did. Then it locked me out of my bank account. I had to go to my bank account. Yeah, Matthew, that is some wild. Please shoot me a message again, because like I said, it's me and my entire team. I'm not So I don't know how Stripe has the authority to lock your bank account. That is the most wild thing I've ever heard. I have never heard of such a thing. I did not know Stripe could actually lock your account. That is bananas in a pancake. Weird, and quite frankly, fucking alarming. I'm going to have to talk to Stripe about that. I'm thinking maybe your bank, maybe that makes zero sense to me, man. Nobody should have the authority to lock your bank except your own bank or the feds, right? Usually if the feds put a lien on you or something, or massive creditors that you owe a lot of money could put a lien, and then your bank could take money out of your account. But locking up your bank account sounds very strange. So I'm going to have to dive into that. So please contact me. Did you have a Oh, Jeffrey asked a good question. Was it a Stripe? Well, he said he had to go to his physical bank account. He had to go into the bank to gain access. So Stripe doesn't have bank branches. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, okay. These guys are. But the thing is like you weren't doing any transactions through Stripe. You just said you were purely trying to set it up and log. You were trying to set up a Stripe account. So that's why I said that's weird, because he wasn't processing any transactions, guys. Like any weird, like, yeah, if there was like some weird red flag credit cards, fraudulent transactions going from his Stripe account into his bank, Stripe may have contacted his bank and red flagged and said, hey, he's got some fraudulent money laundering shit going on. But he has not done anything. He's done 0 transactions. He says he was just trying to set up a Stripe account. So how in God's name do you just set up a Stripe account and Stripe goes, no, I'm going to lock your bank for just setting up a Stripe account? That doesn't make sense to me. So unless I'm misunderstanding something, something sounds a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I was trying to set it up to get receipts. I'm still, yeah, Matthew. This deserves a phone call. Call me. Hit me on support chat. Let's jump on a phone call so I could kind of understand what's going on, because nothing is making sense to me. My mind is like running, and so I'm gonna have to talk to you on the phone, get details, and then I'll figure out what's going on with Stripe. Is your Stripe account locked? Is your Stripe account, like, can you not? Are you trying to set up Stripe so you can process payments through autopilot? By the way, guys, if anybody has any other questions, I know talking about Stripe and bank accounts might not be the most. So please ask any questions, guys. I'm going to wrap up here soon if I don't get any questions. So if you guys have any questions about autopilot, any questions about junk removal, any questions about anything, please. No, Matthew, don't be sorry. I'm just like massively confused. I'm just like, what the, like, why would Stripe shut down your bank account for trying to get a receipt? Like, I'm just like, what the, that makes no sense. Because you literally said verbatim, I was trying to set it up to get receipts, not taking payments. So it's like, why would they lock your account for, number one, how can they lock your bank for trying to get a receipt? So I'm just like, what? You must have triggered something. You must have scared the shit out of them. Were you using some fucking Russian VPN? I don't know. Anyways, any other questions before we wrap up? Should I get a treadmill desk? Or like a little mini treadmill so I could... Here, let's pretend I was on a treadmill talking to you guys. Be like this. All right, guys. Losing weight. Working out. Andrew's getting ripped. Ugh. Treadmill desk might not be a bad idea. I mean, I can't work and walk. I tried a treadmill desk before. Did not work. I could not program and code. Could not code while walking. I need dead silence. I need nothing. I need a dead silent room. I need to be locked in a room with nobody moving. Like, that's the only way I can focus. So, but talking and walking, absolutely I can do. When are you coming to Minnesota? Soon, man. What's up, Jay Moreno? What up? What up? What up, guys? I was getting ready to wrap up the show, but if people have any questions, I'm more than happy to. I know maybe I'll get a pull-up bar over there, and I'll do pull-ups live every day. What's the new junk company name? Honestly, Lee, I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if I got a pin on the map for Autopilot Home Services. However, Autopilot Home Services is software, not a junk removal company. But I thought it would be cool to just get an Autopilot Home Services on Google Maps and start getting some reviews, and then it would still link to Autopilot app, like my software. But that might be kind of confusing if people were looking for junk removal and they ended up at a software company's website. But I thought it'd be cool. I don't know. So I'm not going to really do a junk removal company. I'm going to put out yard signs and try to get some jobs. I'm going to do a yard signs video and record like how many phone calls we get using my autopilot tracking number and how much money we make from the yard signs, and record it, make it a really cool video, driving around in my cool truck and doing some junk removal jobs. And I'll probably do the junk removal jobs with other junk removal companies in the area. So it should be really fun. But yeah, I'm not going to really name the junk removal company. It's going to be more so for content. You can talk while doing pull-ups? No, I definitely can't, man. Dun, 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 dun. So, I guess, my crowd is like advanced. My crowd's been in the business, been in the game. So I don't get many questions because you guys are already so experienced. I need to get some of those Instagram kids. I'm going to start posting Instagram content because I need questions. So I'm going to get on Instagram so people start asking me questions. Got to get those noobs, the noobs in the house. What about ride along with the junk removal company? Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to subcontract and I'll be there filming and helping, but mostly just filming. How do you geopin yard signs? What do you mean geopin? Are you talking about like tracking yard signs? There's actually like real estate apps to track your real estate signs. I know people who do that because the real estate signs are a little bit more money and they want to come get their real estate signs. So you could use those to track it. But that yard signs just get taken. I didn't mean geopin the yard signs. I meant a tracking phone number so I know how many phone calls I get from the yard signs. Not actually physically tracking the yard signs. I didn't mean geopinning. Yeah, that you wouldn't want to do that. If there's any people in LA who want to do junk removal, let me know. Because I have a truck. And, oh shit. I keep forgetting to make this announcement, guys. I'm giving away another dump trailer. February. I think we're going to do February 21st. I'm going to do a live virtual event. We're going to have seven speakers. It's going to be a 2-day live virtual event. I'm giving away dump trailer, giving away all kinds of stuff. Obviously, we're going to go over some really cool stuff. I have some really intense speakers who are actually going to really teach like intense stuff. Google ads, Facebook ads, operations. I'm teaching software. But yeah, so giving away another dump trailer live on live virtual event again. I will make a video, so stay tuned on my YouTube channel because I will be making an announcement video for that live virtual event. So yeah, should be pretty cool. And by the way, I'm also launching a referral system. There's actually referrals now. You guys can get paid for referring people to Autopilot. Oh, Wally, you're done. The Sawzall's done, bro. I gave you the opportunity. You said you were just joking. No Sawzall. Step up your game. Give away a dump truck. Hey, one day I will. One day I will. Mark my words. I will give away a dump truck someday. All right, guys. That was fun. That was indeed fun. So thank you very much. Any last questions? I'm going to go eat some dinner. It's almost 5 o'clock. I was hoping to stay. I mean, how long have we been live? Oh, shit, 2 hours? All right, let's get some questions. Let's make it 2 hours. Come on, guys. Give me some tough questions. We got 10 minutes left before I'm out of here. I wonder if even going live on Friday is worth it because Thursday's even tapering off. I'll try. I'll see. We'll see what we get tomorrow. I'm gonna go live. I'm trying to go live every day at 4 p.m. guys. 4 p.m. PST. I went live early today because I wanted to, later, Lee. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging around, guys. If I don't get it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for trying Autopilot. If you guys are not using Autopilot, I don't know what's for dinner yet, Jeffrey, but I'll tell you on Telegram later when I go see what we have cooking. But yeah, I'm hungry. So, as always, guys, I leave you with this. You know what I'm about to say. Success is often covered in dirt, but so is gold at one point. Toodles!